Do it again. Do it again. It's recorded this time. Yes. Hi, I'm John,
I'm Anna, and you're listening to the Nelson Family Operations Podcast.
where we talk about managing and leading our family.
So get ready for some great insights into intentional family management.
Hot damn. Coming at you live from the Yokota-based library.
Talking about problem A versus problem B. Or is it and problem B?
Well, it's like because you have problem A, you have problem B.
Yes.
So,
And a lot of times people get distracted by problem B when they really need to solve problem A.
which it kind of came to a head a couple of times this week with one of the kiddos,
Yeah.
right?
What are some examples? You've been at home a lot recently. So what have you been working with the kids?
Oh, so last night I was running through some spelling tests with Ellie, and she was having some problems with one word in particular, and you could just see her whole nonverbal reaction to not being able to spell the word correctly. It was really frustrating to her. So we talked about it when the test was over, and we kind of got to talking about the root of the problem instead of her reaction to the problem. And her reaction to the problem was a problem B. And instead of solving problem B, she could have solved problem A.
Which would have alleviated problem B.
Yeah. So she saw her problem B was that she was upset and angry. That she didn't know how to spell the word. But if she would have practiced and learned how to spell the word, then she wouldn't have been upset and angry. So her problem A was that she couldn't spell the word.
Interesting.
So she made problem B into a bigger problem that could have been alleviated by solving the original problem. Another example of this is like messy bedrooms, right?
Yeah.
So messy bedrooms lead to all kinds of problem Bs, but problem A is the messy bedroom. So you walk in the bedroom and you say, hey, it's time for swim class. And oh no, where's my swimsuit or my goggles or my towel or my swim bag? And you look around the room and you're like, of course you can't find your goggles, your towel, or your swim bag because your room is a disaster. So problem B is you don't have your stuff for swim class. Problem A is your life is in complete chaos.
Yeah, having a messy bedroom. We'll do that to a person. How else, or what other problem A, problem Bs, or how do you think you can find or recognize when you're dealing with a problem B? How can you shift your perspective to see whether or not you're really dealing with the root of the problem?
Well, I think it's all situationally dependent, right? But that's like super caveat to end all caveats. But really, I think for me, it boils down to the emotional response. Like if I'm having a significant emotional response to a problem that I'm having, I would say it's probably a problem B. Just I'm not willing to admit what the problem A is. Yeah, what do you think?
I think, especially with our kids, that's particularly true.
Yeah, especially if you're having like an emotional response to something that's getting in the way of you getting something done that you want to do. Your emotional response, your anger, your frustration, your laziness, your sadness, even maybe your happiness or whatever over-the-top emotion you're feeling, which is keeping you from doing what you want to do, is your problem B. Your problem A is you're not doing what you want to do.
That there's, what's the word I'm looking for? Does the response or your behavior to a situation, the way you react to it, does the situation necessitate that level or whatever level you're at.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time articulating it.
No, it's like to what extent does the emotional response scale to the problem?
Yeah.
Right.
So if the emotional response, or if you're getting any kind of response that's way over the top or way overboard in perspective to the actual problem or event situation, then that's probably an indicator that it's more of a problem B, and that you need to look for the problem A.
Yeah. Well, and something else that helps you identify the problem A is having somebody to talk to about it.
Sounding board, or having one of those friends or family members or coworkers or somebody that could call you on your crap and say, hey, your problem B is that you're in the hospital. Your problem A is that you're overweight and not exercising enough. That's a hard conversation to have with somebody.
Yeah, but if you have the right relationships in your life, where you have somebody that could just be like, "Hey, John, you need to eat better and get in the gym," and maybe you wouldn't be in the hospital right now thinking you're having a heart attack. It could be a life-changing perspective shift from your problem B to your problem A. But I think the challenge is that problem B is very hot. Right? It's usually hot and right in front of you, and it takes up a lot of your attention and bandwidth, your mental bandwidth. So shutting down that mental bandwidth, or reallocating it to assess the problem and look for a root cause, and then assess how to fix that problem, it's got to be deliberate. Like it doesn't come naturally to a lot of people.
Aware of it, cognizant of it.
Yeah.
In order to move past it, I think that takes a lot of emotional intelligence and maturity to be able to recognize when you're being emotional about something, be able to pull back and look at your response subjectively, objectively. Which one?
Well, I don't know. I think it would be either way. You'd have to look at it subjectively and objectively. But I think the important thing is to be impartial. Like, look at problem A and how it feeds problem B, not getting stuck on problem B. So there you go. That's how you analyze your problems.
Problem B, pretty simple.
Yeah. I wish it was that simple. Right. Well, that wraps up problem A and problem B. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. Or if you have a problem that you want to talk about, send us a message, or share. If you want to share it in the group, that'd be great too. We'll see what we could all do to work together to solve it.
We hope this podcast has been informative and entertaining. If you heard something useful, give us a like or subscribe. You know the drill.
If you'd like more information about this episode's topic, links to resources, actionable ideas, and tools for managing your family, check out our website at nelsonfamilyops.com. That's nelsonfamilyops.com.
If you have any questions or topics that you'd like us to discuss, or just want to say hi, we'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
No, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks
for
Thanks.
Really.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, seriously, thank you.
Thank you for listening.